Hey, my boy Shedeur Sanders did his thing last night. But let's touch on Stefanski, man. Everybody saying Stefanski is trying to sabotage this whole situation up there. I actually got a different take on it, man. He might be a genius. I'm going to keep it real. When we factor in all the good draft picks that they pulled in this year, Fanning, they also got the Schlesinger dude on defense. They got a few. Judkins, Shedeur, even Gabriel is not a bad pickup. I mean, where he went was crazy, but it wasn't really a bad pickup. But then again, it was kind of a bad pickup. That probably was their worst pick, was Dylan Gabriel, because if you're going to get him, you almost got to get him in the last round just for that type of player, size and different things. Because we're dealing with similar things with Kyler Murray. That's why Kyler Murray has his little issues, because I don't think he can actually stay in the pocket and see down the field. Or if he's in certain spots in the pocket, I don't believe he can see out of certain spots. I just don't. So with those type of players, they're damn near scrambling out the pocket every play just to see out the backfield. And so let's get back to Stefanski. Another thing with Stefanski, so we touched on the draft picks, how he had some solid draft picks this year. I mean, obviously they share that amongst the group, but I'm pretty sure he had some input on some of these draft picks. So when y'all say Stefanski never wanted Shedeur Sanders, I think there was some NFL collusion where the NFL told these teams, y'all can't even pick him unless it's 5th round or plus. It had to be. I'm just being honest. There's no way he just fell to the 5th round. I don't believe it. So what happened is that it was a rumor around the league. Like you said, they didn't like his attitude. It was a bad attitude. He was rubbing people the wrong way. So that got shipped around the NFL to our teams like, we're not taking him. Shit, we're not taking him. You know, they calling around to see if the Raiders going to, shit, we're not taking him. Shit, we going with this dude. Or they calling the Giants like, y'all taking him? They're like, nah, man, we going with Jackson Dart. They call it, so then they're like, oh, dang, all these teams ain't taking him. And then so it's kind of be that little man. And then the NFL probably told them, we can't pick him 5th round either way. So they like, man, we going to have our quarterback by the 5th round, bro. We ain't finna wait to get him to the 5th round. Forget what the NFL talking about. And with the NFL doing that, they did it on purpose because they know teams weren't going to wait until the 5th round to get a first-round quarterback. When they got the first round, and they got to make sure they can get him in the first round. And then, like you said, they know once the 5th round or whenever the NFL said it was cool to draft him, they knew that by that time, those top quarterbacks would be off the board. So don't get it mistaken. Shedeur was higher on all these coaches' draft boards at first, Browns included. Believe it, Browns included. So Stefanski definitely wanted a piece of Shedeur, and that's why even if it was Andrew Berry, at some point, they pulled that gun. You dig what I'm saying? Once, like I said, because this was collusion. So once they were able to pick him, they picked him. Literally. Let's think genius-like for a minute. Remember how I told you that they knew they couldn't pick Shedeur to the 5th round? Dylan Gabriel was literally the security blanket the whole time. They never really were going with Dylan Gabriel. Y'all got to know how this stuff worked, bro. They went with Dylan Gabriel because they knew the NFL had told everybody, hey, you can't pick him to the 5th round. So they're like, hey, man, we're not going to pick a first-round quarterback. See, ooh-wee. Look, we're not going to pick a first-round quarterback because we're going to go get Shedeur. What we're going to do is we're going to get about a 3rd, 4th-round QB, someone that we think could be good, that has maybe the upside to be good, but he's just an insurance policy that we look to maybe trade. He's really going to be our backup, and then we'll get Shedeur at a good price. And then this first year, we're going to not really have him play that much, right? Because we know he's the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of like sabotage this season. We're going to go ahead and let, Flacco take some reps. We're going to let DG fuck up half of the season. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and give our reps to our person that we already know is our starter, Shedeur Sanders. Let's go ahead and give him the last game reps. And you notice before this, they even gave him the reps. It was always, Shedeur needs to work. There's the things in the background where it's like, well, maybe Shedeur isn't the quarterback we thought he was. No. Stefanski knew he was the quarterback, and that's why he literally started sheltering him to the point where he was like, you know what? I don't want him to flash too much greatness this year. You know, I want him to kind of stay under the radar. I don't really want to win that many games this year, so we can go ahead and get him some linemen, get him some people to protect him on that line, get him some more pieces, get him some receivers. Because with this low draft pick this year, if we get another one, then we can have one of those draft classes like we had last year. Oh, wait. I mean, I'm just saying, he might got something brewing up that y'all don't know about, and y'all thinking that he might have not wanted to throw Shedeur out there to get him hurt. That's my franchise quarterback. I'm gonna throw everybody out there but him if I have to, if I can, because we're saving that for next year. What we're gonna do is, though, imagine if we can develop him this whole first year. Like you say, he gonna get thrown into the fire, and that's why, like you say, later in the season he's being thrown into the fire. But at the same time, we don't want to unleash him too much. We're going to take him out on some goal line attempts. Things that he really shouldn't do is really like hater shit, but it's like to protect him, though. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want him to, because he's going to get in trade talks if they let him just ball out how he balls out, bro. It's going to be a trade talk real quick, because now he's already in the league. Now that he's in the league and he's already getting paid what he's getting paid, I mean, it ain't really nothing they can say at this point. And if a team need a QB, best believe they'll trade for it if they believe that it's better than the QB they have now at franchise QB. If they feel like Browns don't think he's but that's why Browns don't want to unleash him all the way, because they know what's going to happen. Trade rumors, the possibility of messing up that package, and because like you said, they got a plan for next year. They want to go high draft picks again this year, man, because they killed it in the draft last year, and I think they saying, man, we can get one more of these draft classes, man. We gonna be something to play with, man. We finna really make some noise. So, hey, maybe not too much on Stefanski, bro. Maybe Stefanski is playing chess and y'all playing checkers. But I'm about this thing, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, notification, Belliante.